Hi everybody, it's good to see you guys all again. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the nice comments I've been getting on my skin. Since my last video, which I'll link down below, I've been getting lots of compliments on my skin about how nice it looks and how flawless it looks, and I just wanted to let you guys know that my skin is far from being perfect. I do get the occasional like pimple, blemish. I do have some kind of freckles on my cheeks that get covered up really well with foundation. But today I'm not wearing anything on my face for the purpose of this video. I'm wearing a little bit of lipstick for you guys, but other than that, nothing else. So the reason why I'm not wearing any makeup today is because I wanted to share with you guys another skincare routine of mine that I think you guys could benefit from as well. I had a video up last week on how to take care of my skin and my skincare routine. And in fact, that is my actual skincare routine, and I don't like to use very many products for my skin. I like to keep it very natural. So today I actually wanted to share with you one of my other routines, and it actually involves using one of these. For those of you that don't know what this is, it's actually called a Derma roller. And it looks like this. And it actually rolls, kind of like a paint roller. And it has these little needles on it. So the Derma roller is great for reducing any acne scars you may have. It increases blood flow and collagen formation, and it also reduces the appearance of fine lines on your face. So I just wanted to remind you guys that anything I talk about in these videos regarding my skincare routine, I have used in the past or I'm using currently, and they've worked for me. So before I get into how to use this Derma roller, I wanted to just discuss a few points with you guys. This is not a sponsored video. I got this from Amazon. And I'll leave a link below for those of you who may be interested in purchasing one or don't know where to find them. So when you're purchasing one of these, it's really important to decide which needle size you want. This one in particular that I'm using is a 0.2 millimeter, and it's actually the smallest needle size. And the way this Derma roller works is that it's actually poking holes into your skin. The reason why I chose the smallest one is because I wanted the least amount of impact on my skin, or damage, I like to call it. The thing is, with the larger needles, it tends to poke larger holes into your skin. And I actually want my skin to heal a lot quicker. So this one's a 0.2 millimeter, and it's really important that you use very little pressure when you're using this. So Derma rollers often come in a case like this. And before I use it, I like to wash it with a solution of soap and water. I just use my soap in the kitchen. It's just Dawn soap. And then I just like to soak this kind of roller part in the soap and water mixture, and then I like to wash it off. Now, between uses, you actually have to clean it with alcohol. So as I mentioned before, because this is poking little holes into your skin, you're gonna actually need to sanitize it before and after you use it. So I've put some alcohol in here. It's 95% alcohol in this little spray bottle. I just bought it from the drugstore, and I just spray it on the roller, and then I let it dry, and then I use it on my face. Once I finish using it on my face, I spray it again with the alcohol, and then I let it dry. And it's really important that once you've actually sanitized this, you put it back into its case, because you don't want any like dust particles or anything in the air kind of getting trapped onto this roller, because it's not like you can clean it with like a cloth or something, because that will also get caught in those little needles that are on here. So it's really important once you sanitize to put it back into its case and cover it. I've sanitized my roller, so now it's time to actually roll it on my face. Just so you guys know, as I mentioned before, I'm not wearing any makeup on my face. There's no foundation, no concealer, nothing like that. So it's a clear slate, and I'm just gonna show you guys how to do this. Now, it's really important before I start, I'm gonna let you guys know, it's very important that you're supposed to use a very light hand, especially if it's your first time using this. Your skin can get really red and irritated. So because, like I said before, these do have little needles on them and they are stimulating blood flow, this will cause your skin to get really red. So it's not advisable to do this early in the morning, especially before you have to go to work or school or something like that. It's best to keep this routine for nighttime. So I'm just gonna show you here how I use this. So I like to go over my skin like in one direction several times, and then I'll change the direction. So I'll kind of go this way. It's kind of like drawing like the Union Jack flag on your face. So just wanted to say hi to all my UK subscribers out there. It's actually a really good way to look at it. If you kind of go upwards and then to the side, horizontal and then vertical. So it's also really important you don't go too close to your under eye because that skin is very, very thin. But you can actually go like fairly close, but just don't go too much where your bags might be. And then also make sure you do it around your lips, because I know a lot of women and men actually tend to have laugh lines like that when they do that. So you have those like fine lines there, so it's really good to do it around the mouth. Now, one thing I didn't mention yet is the frequency. Now, it's really important that you don't overdo this. So much like a gym routine, you don't want to overdo it. You want to give your skin some time to repair itself. So the key here is less is more. So you don't want to do this too many times a week. So maybe about 3 times a week, and then maybe cycle through for a couple months. Maybe give yourself a break for a month and then start this routine again. I find when you're doing skincare routines like this, in my experience particularly, when you give your skin some time to repair and you kind of change up the routine a little bit, it actually benefits your skin. So along with doing it on your cheeks, you can also do it on your forehead. So the same thing applies. You can just go across, kind of going in that Union Jack pattern. Also, don't forget that some of us have those lines when they do that. And then when they relax their face, they tend to have those like indents. So it's really good to do it in that spot. And much like I was showing you on my cheek area, you can just keep going over this spot several times. Now, I don't want an uneven face, so I'm going to actually derma roll the other side of my face. But I did want to mention to you guys, if you have any pimples or anything, I do have this kind of small pimple near my chin, beneath my lip. I'm definitely going to avoid that area, so make sure if you have any sort of pimples or spots on your face that maybe if they have pus or anything like that, it's really advisable not to derma roll over those areas. Just avoid it for that particular day, and then maybe you can resume it the next time you derma roll. So I like to also do my neck as well. I don't really look in the mirror when I do this, so I just kind of go by feel. Once you get used to this, it actually feels like a massage, like you're getting your face massaged. When I first started doing this, especially when you do this area, my eyes kind of watered, but you definitely get used to it after a while. So I'm all done derma rolling my face. My face doesn't get really red nowadays because my skin is so used to it now. So if you're doing it for the first time, your skin will definitely be more red than my skin. So the last thing I'm going to do is sanitize my derma roller so it's ready to go for the next time. I'm just going to take my spray bottle, I'm just going to spray it a few times. Just going to give it a few minutes and then I'm going to cover it with the cover. So now that my derma roller is clean, I like to finish off this routine by using a serum. And in the past I've used serums such as like vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and today I'm going to be using this pure vitamin E oil. And like I mentioned before, I'm doing this routine at night, so I don't care what my skin looks like. It's going to look a little glistening with this vitamin E oil, but I don't care. This one I just purchased off of Amazon. I'll leave the link below for you guys as well, if you want to purchase this product. And if you don't have any serums, you can use any moisturizer or any night cream that you may have. So I'm just going to apply this vitamin E oil everywhere that I derma rolled. I like to just kind of pat it into my face. So this is how I like to pat it on my face. Because my skin's already been irritated a little bit, I don't want to like rub it in. I'm just going to kind of pat it. I'm going to do the same for the other side, my forehead as well as my neck. So that is it, guys, for my derma rolling routine. So ever since I've been doing this routine on my skin, I've been getting a lot of compliments on how my skin looks and how supple it looks. And so I really do think it works. So please don't forget to like and subscribe for more skincare routine videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!